Welcome back. It's turn 38 on our Nidavangr playthrough. We are going to jump in as we have something to talk about, especially with Vanheim. So the few things to just catch us up to the battles, like getting some vile waters to help us in the ocean. We're trying to set up a little place there. We found Chasm of Strange Lights, maybe Glamour and Earth. Let's get him moved back. And we have a Gorge, I believe that's Earth Gems. Or Earth Gem, singular. But still trying to push our gem economy as we're searching out the rest of our land since the fight with man is coming to a close and seeing what we can find. Alright, so we saw, well this is kind of spoiling it, but I want to go ahead and jump into this fight to kind of see what Vanheim is doing and what they have. So they have a slew of Vans and some Cav down here with End and End's Pretender on the back side. So it just looks like a smattering of mercs as a whole. So Body Ethereal, they're casting Twilight, and they have so many Van Herses here as well, and they're big Vandrots as well. So we have Twilight going up, will boost all of their Van Herses. We see Lux going out, Blessing. So just looking at a few of their scripts, we see a lot of Luck, Blessing, and then Warrior Twilight's going out. What is... And Phantasma Beast as well. They have a commander that had an item by chance? Let me quickly look to see. Nothing on... we do have trapped images on the scout. Trapped images, yeah, so they're using some of these trapped images to help go ahead and be able to cast warrior illusions as well on all of their. So cast illusionary army. Can't tell if we have lightning bolts going out or not to showcase this very large fight going on within. So we have these Vans getting to the back, a lot of warrior illusions. And so talking about these illusions a little bit, they are ethereal, but I don't know if Vanheim realizes we have magic weapons yet, so I'm hoping that we can make quick work of these as well. I don't think I've seen these Phantasm Beasts before, so actual more than just one. I assume they still deal false damage. Yeah, they do. Still do false damage net and magic resisting negate. So they've engaged a lot of these priests. So I'm going to speed it up because it looks like a lot of their Vans, sorry, misspeaking here. Not their Vans, they are Van Herses, are just staying back, locking Displaced Body and True Shot. I'm just going to check a few of these. Blur and Warrior Illusion. So casting a lot of Luck to point buff and Blur on the back side. And then Twilight's the big deal here. And we see the Bull charging in. And I'm curious. So we already see the false damage hitting. One false damage. I'm imagining he's going to get fatigued out with this many troops. And yeah, he's already at 70. So this with this many troops is going to just tie him up. He's at 100 now. Oh, and morale. He's routed, but he can't really move. So is he actually falling asleep, or I think he's just fatigued. Yeah, I think he's just fatigued. And they're gonna just be able to kill him. Can you make it, Bull? Oh, we already saw. I'm not gonna waste time. We see that he does end up dying as well. So what did Vanheim lose? They lost some Vans. They lost a lot of their just chaff, but they kept their mage force. Oh, they kept all their mage force. They only lost one ND commander, and this was a really big win against Ind. I did not realize Ind had pushed onto their fort on this side. So this does change things. We're going to need a lot more mage support, and we're going to need a lot more sacreds with magic weapons to help attack through. So we'll get to our plans, but I'm holding off the fight until we can get our sacreds online to Sonra. We also see Man attack. I'm not going to bother with that. We attacked on their throne to push them off and cleaning up Man. We have some unexpected events. So less unrest and luck. Oh, we need to save this province. We never get positive events, it feels like. Yep, so Man had an issue. Kuar, ooh, fire gems. And then we completed a construction and we are destroying, or trying to push through the forts. So the big piece is, what are we doing with Vanheim? This is our question. If I believe Vanheim's going to be pushing on Ind, and with as many mages they have on this western flank as well, I don't really want to push up with our vanilla troops. We know we have a lot of sacreds coming over, and I forgot to pick these up, so let's go ahead and do so. And we'll have these guard. Do we not have them here? Oh, it's because they're capped out on a number of troops. I see. So we will move some of these here and move our guards back to keep them same. So we know we have these sacreds coming in, ready to go, healthy, and this is our army that we need to be marching on them. So we're hopefully hitting Silver Grove. I feel like we've already scouted that. I don't think it'll be a problem. I imagine we won't take too many losses in Silver Grove, or I'm hoping, we'll see, with our sacreds, and our sacreds will be somewhat healthy as we can continue to push on. So we're looking at 3 turns. However, to apply pressure and start pushing them away, because they could still sell, that we wanted to go ahead and hit Boat Eater, Lake Fortune, and we're hoping that TC attacks. TC and I still haven't had a large discussion. If they do attack us on the backside, we're going to kind of pivot and try to push in with Vanheim and try to go for these thrones. But right now, it's kind of like an uneasy truce between us. So pulling over mages to hit Silver Grove, just to look at scripts, nothing special. We have our mages and doing bless support and group barkskin and quickness and moss body. We have a small contingent force going to the rear. But we know that actually, and let's change this. Well, they have so many gnomes. Let's go ahead and put these just to make sure we're not getting wrapped. So I'll let these filter in on that side as well. That is kind of my bigger worry, is having the Nidavangr get wrapped around and lower their defense. So we will try to change that plan as well. So we're hitting Boat Eater. We're not hitting after seeing Ind and Vanheim's fight. I imagine they're going to go back up to Ind, and our hoping goal is to move these armies into position and maybe have to have them pull off Ind and try to focus on ours. The rest of our movement in our nation's zones is really just trying to clean up and site search. So we have some mages site searching continuously on areas that we haven't cleared. We're moving more troops underground to be able to attack, and we'll get to underground shortly. We're still sieging Man. Man has 400 siege strength, so imagining that will be going down, if not next turn after. I expect in 2 turns. In Silver Fangs, we pulled off a lot. They still had 165, and we're pushing through that. Going underground, we are going to be hitting Vanheim as well. We have our Dominion, and just as a reminder for people that may not know this, Nidavangr's Dominion has scrying, so we can see what they have in their province, and even though well organized, and they could reinforce. They have multiple forts that can reinforce on all these, but I really want to take Gold Crags as a large income that we could go ahead and grab, and because we can't go straight over to the cavern realms from the nether mines, we're pulling troops down. So we'll be regrouping here. I don't think we're going to be going up ground because, again, we want to apply pressure as well. But I do want to go ahead and try to claim this and see how they push back and what they bring. I don't think they have nature access. Let me go ahead and check. And I don't think they have a lot. No, they don't have, it looks like, any nature access. And they don't seem to have, well, the Valkyries do have Spirit Sight. Do any of their others have? I don't think they do. I was thinking they didn't have Dark Vision. The Spirit Sight does work for Dark Vision. Yes, get no penalties from darkness as well. I thought so. Wanted to confirm. So I'm hoping we can fight better underground as well. But they do have those Berserkers. Not just to bring it back up. It's an Anahir's Berserking +5 will really, I mean, it counters darkness plus some. But better to fight them underground if we can get cat eyes instead of them. So yes, so we're pulling in more troops. So in Gold Crags we have a large contingent force of our female wolf clans and our male wolf clans, and same thing with Underspring, same thing with some mage support. Instead of enlarge, I thought I already changed this to gift of cat eyes as well and keeping them on. But again, what we're doing with our pretender is we are cloud trapezing over to the throne. We want to go ahead and build this base of operations with the artificer throne and start constructing items. So we did hit con 5, so we're going to be able to make some skull staffs to be able to push out, use some of our death gems. I don't know if we have the time to hit for construction 7, and as I mentioned last turn, really want to get these lightning resist warriors in case they turn on a lot of their air access. So would like some shock resistance, and Mobs of the Earth would also help with their horses to be able to hold that down. So I think this is our better target, is to go ahead and push for Alt 5, so we're going to be getting that. My goal is to hit it next turn. We'll see if we have enough research, as I know we're moving a lot of mages back out to war, and we're spending a lot of our income on infrastructure. So Palisade going up, lab going up to be able to build. We'll be building a temple, probably doing the same in Silver Grove as well, pumping it, and we're trying to get troops on these outer palisades and forts to be able to send in. So a lot of our income is just getting used up immediately. Our gem economy, just to end it off, is doing well. We're getting our death gems going, our earth gems. We would like some more nature, but I'm hoping when we take Man's Cap, or not hoping, we will increase that with the Forest of Avalon to getting 3 a turn as well. Still have these fire gems. I really would like to use lightless lanterns, but I just don't know if we have the time to get construction 7 to help with that. So we may just find another use for them. But that is it for this turn. Can't think of anything else to cover. Vanheim, this war is going to turn on quick, I'm sure, and we're going to be, each turn I feel like there's going to be learnings as we start seeing how we can fight against Vanheim and what our next steps are. Again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you back on the next turn. Welcome back. It is turn 40 in the Nidavangr playthrough, and it's an exciting turn, so let's jump in to see what is going on. So we finish alteration. We have the wonderful Cataslay. We have claimed the throne of the Artificer, so we're going to start trying to get some gear for our troops. Got the Druiger and searching and Man and May Prophet. So first, fighting Man, we are trying to clean up some of these provinces. We go ahead and turn on spaces and combat. A lot of PD. I'm not going to sit here and watch it because we have a lot to discuss, but to show the outcome of this fight, we lost some of our Nidavas, the female wolf clan, and Nidbeth are able to keep slaughtering Man. So good hit here, push more people off, kill their PD, moving on. Fairy Forest, Unrest, that is the theme of this game. Misfortune, and why? Population. So world event, luck and growth skills worldwide. So cheers for that. Looks like, a barbarian horde attacked. So yeah, they massacred our PD. 66 barbarians. So we're gonna have to look into fighting that. And Snake Enemy was discovered by a patrolling unit. So it looks like they were pulling in. Let's just jump to it. In the crags, where they pulled in some of these forces and we defeated them. So I guess they were trying to get to the back line. Hopefully, I'm hoping they didn't have vans with them as well. It is a worry. Maybe I don't know if you can find part of the enemy. Not sure about how that works. Another thing to put on the backlog to look up. We're under siege in the Woods of Weeping still. We're trying to clear that up. Silver Fangs, we're trying to beat down that fort. And then Man, we did not bust it. They're critically damaged, so we will have one more turn for that. And then magic artifacts are yearning to be made. So let's just cover some of these things quickly. I was going to, I don't think it will show up here. No, that's our artifacts, that's right. So just to showcase some of these, actually we'll use our pretender and then we'll change this back to the skull staff. This is something new with Dominion 6. First I was confused because I was like, we meet this path, why can we not do it? We just don't have the necessary construction to get it, but some of these things are very good. And one thing that jumped out that made me kind of worried, I believe it was, no, not the head. Was it the sword? Yes, the start of the battlefield will go ahead and cast a global luck, which we do not want Vanheim to get this. And I see this and I'm slightly worried because they probably could push the Glamour to have it, but I'm hoping that their construction probably is not that high yet, but that makes me kind of worrisome as well. So, but that's what's going on with the actual items, and we patrolled out some units. So this turn and strategy, because this turn made me realize I've missed some key things going on that I would really like to have set up. First off, we only had one water ring, for instance. So we got our wolf mages to go help, but realized we needed to spend another turn to do that. The other thing is, we've talked about how the Nithbed do not have helmets. The Nidhir, basically the commander version, we could put on a helmet, but we haven't crafted one yet. So we're trying to do some of this cleanup, but we don't. I was thinking about waiting a turn before attacking Vanheim, as you see we're going to. And the biggest worry here was I cannot get a Crow Mage to help us with Mist, to help with precision. This Crow doesn't have the necessary air. Just a reminder for people that are not aware, for Mist, you need 3 air and 1 air gem. So we could bump up to air 2, but still not have it. So even pulling him away doesn't truly help, but it would help us with protective wind. So we're going to go ahead and still pull him over. We can't quite reach the battlefield, but we're going to have something's better than nothing for the upcoming turns. We looked at our other Crow Mage, who does have the necessary air, but he's still not dead. He is diseased, he's slowly dying, he's picking up some afflictions, and we can no longer change shape because it could be fatal and will not allow us to do that. So instead of walking the whole way, I'm just waiting these hit points out. So I'm doing some death search sites, astral site searching, because we haven't hit any of these we have hit Wesh, but a lot of these others have not been hit. Oh, we've hit Pente as well. Let me correct myself. Half, not a lot, have been not hit. So that's unfortunate. And then our other Crow Mage, we don't have Twiceborn yet, and I do not want to send this out an extra turn, and plus he cannot even get to the fight. He would get Pente as well, so it's just unfortunate. So we're going to spend a turn Twiceborning to then fly him to the east if our assault is still up, to see what is going on this side. And our last Crow Mage is underground, still being a sneaky crow. So excuse me. So with all that being said, and not being able to have Crow Mage available, instead of waiting another turn, we're going to go ahead and push the assault. The reason why we're doing it is it's going to still be another turn to 2 turns, and I don't think we can afford that with what Vanheim is doing. We see them pushing on around TC, and Uric is now cut off. Now, granted, we see TC has taken over the throne, and but Vanheim has cut them off here, and I know they are trying to assault. Where is that province? The Frosted Peaks, close to their this has been probably a lot of TC's forces. So Vanheim is weeding in, and we would love to get another scout. Actually, let's go ahead and buy another one to try to send down this way. Actually, let's bid 2. One to move to the throne to make sure we have sight, and another one to keep going further in. So we don't have the luxury to wait to get our mages in position. And so this is just a lesson for everyone. Always be trying to plan these steps, what items you need to be able to move, etc. So we're going to assault Vanheim and seeing how that goes. So this is going to be our main attacking force. We're bringing out a lot of troops to do the fighting. So with we're setting up a screen because we've seen them cast sleep, we've seen them cast lightning bolts, and point buffing. So we're trying to position these far enough ahead to take the soak of it. And plus, these are the ones with shields. We have our less protection units, our female wolf clan in the back right, to help to fight Vanheim, and then we have our main bulk. So we're bringing in some earth gems to help us with lightning resist. We're going to be pointing up some lightning resist warriors. We're blessing our troops and pulling in some more gems. I'm conserving these to make sure that we can hold on, and actually let's give some of the unit that we don't think is going to die, the Nid here with 8 lives, some ways to stay available, or hopefully to live, to be able to pass those as well to the bears as well. We don't have our protective winds, we don't have mist, so we're doing quickness, bark skin, lightning resist warriors, and I think that's most of our spells to see. We haven't trying to see what they have researched up, but where we're at, we hit alteration. We're going to be pushing into evocation. Really would like to get Cloud of Death and Wind of Death, and then we're going to be pushing up construction. We also have, and this is where we need an astral mage, which is why the crow would also help. I want to get spell ward out to increase the MR. Now our troops, just doing a quick glance, these are average, or man average I would say, and these are better than average. How in the world did you get horror marked? What? Who was that? I don't know. There has to be a site, I assume, that caused this. I have no idea what would have caused a few of our units to get horror marked, and not going to click through all of them, but that is a little worrisome why we just have a few of our units with that. So no good there. Wonder if that happened in a battle that I did not see. Regardless, we're moving in. So we're taking a large portion of our forces over. Actually, I should to move over. And let's bring one more water mage. We're not patrolling. We're going to be defending, and let's set up for more quicknesses as well. I think we already slotted him for it. So this fight for next turn, I imagine, as we saw with our scouting party last turn, they have vans ready to go, but we're going to push the assault here. Likewise, we're going to do the same underground. So we want to hit up at the same time. We see these elephants waiting here. Now Vanheim could reposition each point. We see several units here, Lavaborn and Bakemonos, that they have. I believe this will be enough. We don't have a lot of Sacreds, but we're going to be pushing out Cat Eyes just to be able to do, and we're keeping our crow hidden. Actually, we're keeping both our crow and wolf hidden, but you know what? The wolf, let's go ahead. And I think we'll just keep the one. So we'll have you do more Cat Eyes buffing as well, and this means we'll be able to do out some group bark skin. Yeah. And let's reposition. We did uncover them. Let's keep most of our force in the top to help out each other. So, and we're pulling over more units. I want to have nature gems. I don't believe we have any. No, we just have a lot of troops ready to go. No, our nature gems are really lacking. I don't want to we need as much as we can, so let's wait until we get more mages in. We're bringing some more to the south. So again, the main goal this turn is to be starting the assault on Vanheim if it goes well. But we have to be wary of a counterattack and the Vans of Sailing. They could be hitting Silver Grove. We are moving some troops, very high level, just to be able to try to protect Silver Grove. We're still patrolling our cap with the bulk of our sacreds. We're recruiting more sacreds, and we're getting close to getting 10 temples to boost our dominion up again. So that will be in, I think, 2 turns, and maybe 3. We'll be building our last temple as well to push more sacreds, but we cannot afford to lose this production. What else are we doing? So we're recruiting in a lot of our forts. We're going to be trying to push back against the barbarians. We are attacking Woods of Weeping to clear this out, bringing in some elementals and some normal troops. Let's go ahead and keep those even. And I think that is it. We talked about research. Oh, but we haven't talked about the underwater or water fights. So we lost this with Bodu. We're trying to build up a lab and get some summons out. We have started with the Drogue, where they are amphibian and fear and chill, and they'll be bringing them down. And they also transform when they get, I believe, to so many hit points. I can't remember off the top of my head if it's half or not where they drew. And we're getting a Mountain King to be able to move these troops down, while next turn Hell Staff will be able to be pushing out more. But our goal is to kind of consolidate and have, actually let's go ahead and have, we'll guard, keep these back, and keep all gelatinous cubes up to be able to take that hit. Yeah. Alright, but that will be it for turn 40. The upcoming year, or half of the year, is going to be exciting to see how it goes with Vanheim. End is still surviving. We're clearing out Man, and Ashjaw we're not seeing a lot of movement from. So very curious on if they apply pressure on either way, but we're keeping scouts kind of on the front lines to see which way they go. But anyway, that will wrap it up for turn 40, and I'll see you next time. But again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.